Hello and welcome. Today is October 12th, and we are here for our weekly Cardano4Climate Meetup. The mission of this community is making the world work better for all people, animals, and the planet. And our goal is to make Cardano the blockchain of impact. The moon is currently waning gibbous in Taurus. We just had a full moon. Project Catalyst is in Fund 9 funded proposal onboarding and cooldown reflection mode. And the Cardano epoch is 368 for a few more hours. Today, our focus is on the Cardano Summit and impact lead generation. At the top of the hour, we'll have breakout rooms for small group discussions. Suggested topics are lead generators, Cardano Summit planning, Ikigai workshop, and asynchronous work, a new member hangout, and then whatever we decide at that time. The whole meeting will last about 90 minutes and we'll finish by 16:30 UTC. We do sort of popcorn. You can jump in a pause, but we also use the raise your hand emote if the conversation gets heavy. The chat, if the chat is distracting, just turn it off or don't pay attention in it. We use it for sharing links and supplemental conversation and information. The recording. We'll be recording the meeting. The recording will be posted publicly on YouTube. Chat links and other curated stuff will be posted along with the video. I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're almost at 100 subscribers. So as we settle in, let's bring our attention to this group and the beautiful, powerful people that are here. And if we are ready, we can get right to Cardano Summit focus, unless there's any other from the organizing group. Melanie, Yoram, Nori.
Let's kick it off.
Let's do it. Okay, Cardano Summit focus.
All right, for the Cardano Summit for 2022, C4C is joining this greater thing that we're calling the Impact Tribe. And we're trying to collect people from all around the world, different communities, groups, and initiatives working on impact. We have started a Miro board here that we're doing some brainstorming, and we're trying to collect people and do this asynchronously as well, but we'll do it as part of C4C, but we would love to have other conversations and things going on in different groups. And one thing that we're working on with a shorter time frame is collecting an attendance and participation kind of list so that people are able to know who's going to which events in which countries, and what they want to do, if they want to participate, if they want to volunteer, if they want to help out. And so this survey you can fill it out if you're going to be participating in any way or want to. If you're going to Lausanne to the main event, let us know and we'll connect you with other impact people there. We also, Yorm may talk to this, we have some rooms being planned at the Lausanne event. We also are trying to collaborate with the local Cardano summits. They're happening in about 50 different locations around the world. And we'd love to have some kind of impact stuff happening at the local events as well. So if you're able to connect, we can help you connect with local groups and help with the planning of those events. And then the third one is we're trying to launch a global impact stage on Zoom to run an around-the-clock stage where people can come on with their impact proposals and present in their own language, in their own time zones. And anytime anybody wants to log into the impact stage, somebody should be there presenting something of interest. So that's kind of the vision. As the sun rises on a different country or region, people wake up, jump into the impact stage in their own language and cultures and work on it. And then as the sun rises in different countries and cultures, as it progresses around the world, more people come onto stage and start creating their own space to do stuff. So that's kind of the image that we're shooting for, but we're still in planning mode, so please do hop in. Yorm, did you want to talk about the Lausanne event and what's going on there?
Yeah, definitely. 1 second. Yeah, so I mean, You know that the global location is going to be in Lausanne this year, and we spoke with the CF, and we are going to have some rooms available for us for present different activities. And one of the rooms is going to be related to RealFi, and we need to come up with an idea for another room of things that we want to present. So if any of you is going to be there, or you have ideas that he wants to present at the event, that would be wonderful. So please reach out. You can fill it up also on the Miro board that Nori shared, or in the form. You can add more ideas, you know, if you're joining the local one or so on. But any ideas you have about things which you present to get a lot of traction about impact, let us know. That's how can we make it an interesting session, basically, to attract many people.
And it's
And
worth mentioning.
We're also curious about the people that are attending the live events, there in Switzerland, and then also the local events. I want to make sure we get that in. So if you're doing that, please let us know.
Absolutely. And it's worth mentioning that the Cardano Foundation is very supportive of creating an impact track at the summit, and they're really looking to the community to help fill that out. So we have an opportunity here to jump in and get the power of the Cardano Foundation behind us to help get the word out that we're doing impact stuff.
Yeah. So if you have questions about that or ideas about that, you know, fill it up in the forums or in the Miro, or just reach out and we can brainstorm about that. But that's something that we need to kind of present by Friday. So we can present basically what we are doing. We can showcase some of the impact-driven proposals. So all of that we can present basically there. Call for collaboration. I mean, any creative ideas that you have there. Maybe we can distribute something also from Cardano4Climate to all the participants of the event. I don't know. Any crazy idea you have, just put it forward. Okay.
Excellent. So any other last things on the Impact Tribe Cardano Summit?
I guess it's worth mentioning C4C is not having an October event. We're focusing all of our energies on the November event at the summit. So that's where we're kind of doing this massive push rather than trying to do 2 events in the same time.
Which is a great segue, because this beginning of the fund cycle event is about lead generation, or bringing new people onboarding. And so if you're willing, maybe we can talk about Impact Lead Generation project.
Yeah, let me talk about it. And actually, I'm very excited that we have with us Confectionery. I said it right? Umyao.
Yes, you did it right.
And actually, he came through an impact lead generator generation, and then I will describe you a little bit the process, and then it came through the great work of Ryder, which is here, and maybe Ryder will explain in a bit, but about this process. But so the impact lead generation project is a new model we are trying to build. Is how we can use the community to generate, in this specific case, to generate impact, to onboard basically impact driven projects or companies, or impact driven cross-chain companies, and collaborate with them and bring them on board to the Cardano ecosystem. It's basically dedicated to people that feel comfortable to reach out to connectors, networkers, or people that have contacts with impact-driven organization or companies out that are not yet on Cardano. And the process includes two phases. One phase is to create the lead, basically get up to a call, like we reached out with with Umayar, and Raido will explain it in a bit. And then the second is to then try and onboard the lead to Cardano. For example, maybe we can help them raise money in the next Catalyst proposal, or maybe we can connect them with different ecosystem players, right? So for example, if they are looking into create digital identity, or if they are looking to create tokenization, so all of that we can help them and onboard them. So I'm very happy that you came today here, also to start seeing what we are doing. And in addition to that, the team members that generate these leads and what we call engagement, full engagement, get compensated for that. So it's 200 ADA for generating a lead and 1,000 ADA for actually generating an agreement. And what we are trying to do is to build a model around that, that potentially we can offer a decentralized lead generation for different companies in the ecosystem and build revenue models around that. So we have a lot of learning. We got funded for that, and we are learning a lot. And one of our stars in that is Raido. So maybe Raido, you give a few minutes, explain about what you did, and then we can hear also the great a little bit about Umayar.
So
maybe
hi
Raido,
guys.
you can explain, and also Bruno is doing an incredible job, so he's also here.
Yeah.
Please,
so
Raido.
basically, yeah, when I joined, I was in C4C meetings, and then I had the chance to hop on impact lead generation. And because of my background is digital marketing, and there we sometimes do lead generation. And yeah, basically the idea was to find businesses who would be suitable for to come in for our initiative, which is like impactful, either environmental or social. And yeah, basically I've been through my LinkedIn contacts and going through different businesses and having this idea, or like thinking like, are they fit to our initiative? And if yes, then I just contact them and start speaking about the Cardano, then about Cardano C4C initiative, and then about the funding, and yeah, basically trying to get them onto the presentation. So if I see they are kind of fit, like I try to qualify them. At the start, it was quite hard because I didn't know a lot about the whole blockchain thing, but I've been learning a lot past over 1 month probably. And yeah, basically, yeah. Oh, and during the presentation, yeah, we try to go through the whole system, how the funding goes, and voting, and the whole kind of this Catalyst ecosystem. And yeah, overall it has been a great experience. It's still sometimes hard to, I would say, like see exactly, okay, how this business could use blockchain. But I've been learning, and I still learn every day more ideas. And yeah, I've met like many different businesses as well. Like for example, if I brought together Ralph and other businesses, so I could see, like for example, even Bruno is there as well. So I seen how Bruno and Empower works, and it's amazing opportunity to learn about blockchain, and as well as just to, like, if you come into the community, it's a great way to start being this part of the community. So yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and you did an incredible job. So actually, we didn't think about it, but it became kind of a great way to onboard also new members to the community which have these capabilities. And yeah, and then you also already earned some great ADA for September, and hopefully many more for October. And yeah, well done on that. And maybe you want to just say, how do you onboard it? You contact with Umayar, and then hear a little bit what is he doing. 2 minutes.
Yeah, Umayar. Well, yeah, he was in my contact as well. Again, probably from some networking event or some event. I added him to my friend list. I can't remember when exactly, but yeah, when I went through all the contacts that I had in my network and started speaking with them, and yeah, seen like his home factory, and yes, then I asked more about his business, and when he talked about like their like home factory business idea, and I thought, yeah, okay, this is something that with supply chains they could implement blockchain, and then I got them in presentation.
Omer, would you like to say 2 minutes about your company, or if it's okay with Newman, if we have time?
Yeah, definitely. Please, yeah.
It's always a pleasure to talk about the business with people. So thanks for giving me the floor. So I'll be really quick, and I'll give all of you some summary what we actually are doing. So basically, I'm the founder of Home Fictionary, and what we do, we basically connect home chefs with B2B business deals. Like for office lunch, we provide them with subscription from nearest home chefs. So that's how we are just around 90 days old, not even 90 days old, we started supplying. So as of today, we have supplied 47,000 meals to around 60 offices. And our churn rate so far is 0. Nobody dropped out. It's a good thing. That means we're doing good work. Altogether, our vision is to provide a large portion of women in Bangladesh who basically stays home but knows how to cook good food, with employment opportunity. And we're aiming to empower 700,000 women in Bangladesh by 2027. That's what we are working towards. So we are actually the community-driven company, and we're working for community. That's the core purpose of our business. I think that's
perfect. So thank you for that. Yeah, no, it was great just to get an idea, and I think we can continue the work and see how we can onboard you to the ecosystem. It's great for being here. Back to you, Newman and Melanie. Thank you very much.
One final thing. So people here or people on YouTube that are interested, how can they get started with becoming an impact lead generator?
So we shared links here. Otherwise, we have, join our Telegram, Cardano4Climate Telegram, and Discord groups, and there we will publish the next meeting. We have a meeting every Friday at 2 p.m. UTC.
And if we can add a link to all that in the YouTube description, maybe that can help guide people to it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so impact lead generation. I believe that, yep, it's true. Agile framework and sprints. The segue here is that once we're onboarded and once we've made a connection, how do we, once the boots are on the ground, how do we get them to march? How do we work together? How do we collaborate? And in that vein, the software development community has developed or has been working with, and I guess it's just the thing that folks do, is the Agile framework. So I think maybe Nori, can you speak to this?
Yeah, let me drop a few links into chat. Here's some links if you don't know what Agile or Lean methodology is. And then there's a link to our Telegram where we're talking about these things, and then a link to the actual meeting registration, because we work on these kind of things on Friday. And recently, there's been a lot of activity in the community. We had a presentation from John Buck last week and his crew on some Agile principles. We also are working with Littlefish on Lean and Agile principles. So there's a lot of different activity kind of focusing on the how we actually do stuff. And though what sprints do is allow you to focus on discrete chunks of work and a discrete time frame, which allows you to do your proper planning, the doing, and the reflection around the activity of what you want to accomplish in that certain time frame. And then you do it again, and then again and again. But it starts to build this rhythm of delivery. And that's kind of the key point is the goal of a sprint or a scrum or a Kanban methodology is to kind of start to predictively deliver stuff on a regular cadence. So it really focuses on getting stuff done. So that's where we're kind of looking at how we can adapt these principles that kind of started in Silicon Valley and the startup community, which they also took a lot of their principles from Toyota and their kind of lean management principles around manufacturing, and it's kind of evolving. So now how do we actually apply that to our initiatives here? And I just dropped the last link in there. There's a new course. It might not be new, but there's a free course starting up from Acumen Academy around lean startup principles for the social sector. So they've really looked at how to apply lean principles to social sector stuff and apply that. So that may be a really interesting course if people are interested. I'm intending to sign up myself. So if you want to form a study group, let me know. And then, yeah, so we're working on this for C4C on Fridays at our Gimbal Lab token PBL. I wasn't about to attempt the full acronym.
C4C GTBBL.
Yeah, now let me get it down.
It's fun when you say it. When you learn how to say it, it's really fun when you say it. C4C GTBBL.
Yes.
It flows. It flows.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely join us on our Telegram or at our meeting to discuss this if this is of interest to you. And also, just to expand the scope, if you're interested in that, Little Fish has their organization labs where a lot of these conversations also happen, and there's a lot of cross-pollination happening there. But the current ideas are to come up with a sprint cadence, how we're going to do sprints, and kind of experiment. And the whole thing about sprints is there's always a reflection at the end. So we're always improving. So we don't have to get it perfect. We can iterate and reflect and improve it and continue to get better and better as we go. So we just need to pick something to start with, and then it'll eventually find its way to something that works really well for us. So I'm excited to get going on that. And if you're interested in that kind of stuff, please do join us and take part.
Excellent. Excellent.
So thanks, Jorm. See you in a bit. Just moving on to what we did last week with John Buck. He presented on basically a model on governance. Next slide, please, Newman. If you missed the recording or the meeting last week, it's on our YouTube channel. There'll be way more information about it. I feel like it was very interactive. When you come from old school, all the systems, the broken systems we're in, it's hard to rethink what's going on. But anyways, the slide says it all here. Next slide, please, Newman. And he also, John got us started on the sprint idea. A lot of interesting information on that basic diagram. If you're a visual person, this might help you see what we're attempting to do in our own organization with Nori leading up the charge on the sprints. Next slide, I think that's it. Oh, yeah, so John, he suggested how to do a probe. So that's going into different areas, trying to figure out what's there, what do we need, coming up with the hypotheses, asking the questions, instead of coming in and saying, yep, we absolutely need this. We want to probe the community and find these things out. Basic idea we learned in 8th grade in science class. That was way too long ago for me, 40, 50 years ago, long gone in my memory. Governance Alive also has Bossa Nova training starting November 16th to 18th. Absolutely love what John Buck does with Governance Alive. You're welcome to join in and for coaching. And then if you are kind of thinking about joining the sprints, what kind of questions do we want to ask the community? What are we looking for? And maybe bring those up on Friday. Sorry, Newman, I really need the slide because I follow it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very visual for cues because otherwise my brain goes everywhere else. So, and then if you are starting a sprint, maybe we can check in and just see how we're doing. If you want to read more on the Bossa Nova ideas, company-wide agility and beyond budgeting, open space and sociocracy, you can get the book on Amazon or a little bit cheaper on LeanPub. So there's my pitch. Pretty exciting beginnings, and thank you. That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, the cycle of doing things is really important, and I appreciate the methodology there. Next up is the Ikigai workshop, which could be sort of a probe or a sprint activity. Nori, would you mind speaking about the Ikigai workshop?
Yeah, So through collaboration with Little Fish, there's this concept of Ikigai, and Ikigai is kind of this multi-circle Venn diagram where what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for overlap, and finding that center overlap where all four are true is your Ikigai. And they're creating a workshop to help communities kind of walk through identifying roles and the different things that that community does so that you can understand where you can contribute. And then another part of that is the actual individual Ikigai, where you map out the kinds of things that you love to do and what you're good at, and then see which ones fall into the center, because what you can be paid for and what the community needs kind of fall out of the roles and tasks that are created as a community exercise. So that's what Chakan at Little Fish is working with C4C to work us through that process. And Little Fish did get funded in Fund 9 for doing Ikigai workshops with different communities. So we're kind of a trial first experiment for that and helping to refine that process. But we've been doing that for 3 weeks here at this meeting with the community. And we've been working a little asynchronously lately. And we do have a Miro board where we're doing that Newman just posted. So yeah, if you want to take a look at what we're doing there, that would be, we welcome your participation and your input. And I'm guessing we're going to have another face-to-face at some point to kind of tie all this together. So stay tuned for that.
Okay. I'm also, yeah, the Ikigai workshop is wonderful. I'm looking forward to Little Fish as Juan. I think we're getting ready for Juan to present. But while I vamp for a moment, this process is really, it's something that I feel all organizations need to do in order to align the sort of, the community and the individuals to sort of spread out and decentralize power, to put things on the map for, like Melanie and I, visual learners. It's a wonderful all of our proposals, all of our projects are wonderful to get involved with, but I'm especially focused on Ikigai. Okay, Juan, are you ready? I can.
I am ready. I'm ready. I'm here.
Okay,
Let me just share the screen. I will need your help to confirm if the screen it's shown.
I can see it. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here on C4C meeting. I was invited by Melanie that she assists to one of our breakout rooms. Then she contacted me on Discord and she had the great idea to make kind of a little presentation about innovation. So we're going just to start. So what is innovation? Innovation is a place, it's a brand, it's a community. It's like a philosophy where entrepreneurs, developers, and early adopters of any kind of technology, not about only blockchain, but indeed Web 2, Web 3, or maybe to start from scratch a project, an idea, or a place where to share some of your thoughts or your energy. That's innovation, what's about. So the idea of the space, first of all, is an open and a public community where we just go with the philosophy of collaboration and sharing. When you can meet colleagues where maybe on the future you're going to work with them. And we try to add business value. This means that any idea that you have is valid. Doesn't matter if it's written on a paper, in your mind, or maybe you want to, I don't know, talk about life, about how to make things better. So I'm the community leader and blockchain ambassador at Innovation. This week, we have 2 more people that are in Innovation that are going to be community leaders as I am, but they're going to be more present on Discord. I'm going to be the one that you're going to see the face on these virtual meetings. So in our experience, Innovation appeared on Catalyst on Fund 3 with a brand name. but the first proposal that was founded was in Found 5. This was the crowdfunding platform that we're going to speak in some of the slides. So we have more than 7 ideas founded on Catalyst. The proposal from the community was on Found 7 and was the most voted on the whole Found. That was an incredible news for Innovatio, for its community. Unfortunately, I was not working here, so I didn't share that party or that feeling. We have more than 650 million votes in ADA accumulated if we just count all the ADAs that we received when we were voted. And our first principal mission on the community side is that we help to mentor activities and collaborations with all the participants that want to be known what is Catalyst, how can I get founded the idea. So at the moment, from when we start this initiative, more than 8 projects were founded when we just made this type of mentoring. The mentoring that we do is on Discord, and we're going to see on the next slides. And you just paste your idea, your project, maybe a document, or maybe the idea scale project. We try to do like a simulation of a PA program. So we speak with the proposers, we debate the idea, we debate what could be done better, what could be changed, or what can an alternative solution can be provided. Once we be on a state of mind that is, okay, this is the correct idea that I want to transfer to the community, this type of users publish the idea on idea scale, and we wait if it's get funded or not. So we have 3 different events in every week. The first one is really bi-weekly, that is the breakout room in the Global After Town Hall. So we discuss these new ideas, projects, and connect with people. We have every Monday, let's talk about it. That is a 3 hours meeting to speak freely of any topic of, I don't know, which is the weather like in any place, or which is the correct wallet or blockchain or idea just to apply it in a specific case of use. And in Discord server, we connect and share ideas with anyone in any time. So how can I go to Discord server? I will just paste a link at the end of this talk. So we have our website that has been recently published. It's not officially launched. We're going to do some tweets and some kind of virtual party just to communicate this, but I can show it. It's innovation.space. You're going to find information about us, how to support, how to be partner from Innovation. For example, if you want to present an idea. And right now we have 3 different type of products. The first one is the Innovation Community. This was the one that was first founded. In this place is where I just recently spoke what we do. The Innovation Founder, this is like the main profitable product that Innovation is developing, is a reward-based crowdfunded platform for people that wants to do a crowdfunding project, but this project, for example, could be or not in the blockchain or Web3 world. We know that some of persons actually use Kickstarter or platforms like that, but unfortunately the requirements sometimes are too hard to complete. So in this place, maybe you're going to found a project from outside from blockchain ecosystem, but maybe the people that wants to give their cryptocurrencies to support the projects, they're not necessarily going to be like connected to the Web2 or Web3 world. This kind of crowdfunding platform will be like kind of a mix. So that's one of our of our bets that we're going to do in the market, try to mix the two words in a crowdfunding platform. And the last project that we are just finalizing, that this was founded on the Found 6, is a blog called Blockchain. Okay, it's about speaking on a blockchain about blockchains. It's like a type of I don't know how to say it on English, but it's like a kind of mixing words. In this blockchain, you are going to find different type of content writers, principally from Medium, because we chose the Medium platform to do a native integration with our blog. So if you have a Medium account and you just have articles, you can just link your account and you're going to be able to automatically publish your articles from Medium on blockchain. Then you have the possibility to do an account from the reader side or from the content writer side. And the content writer not only could write articles, but can publish videos. I don't know, for example, you made some of trainee of I don't know, how to being on the beginnings of Platters on Haskell, and you upload a video on YouTube. Well, that video could be an article too on the blockchain. And we're thinking about, on a second phase, to implement a reward system on the blog, for example, for the most contributors, the most readers, the most, I don't know, the most article read. So we're going to do some kind of evolutions. We're finishing this product on October, so maybe the definitely opening date will be on November. I don't know exactly which date, but currently we are working with some beta testers that they are publishing their articles, and we're trying to fix if there's any bug, but it's going to be released on November. And last but not least, I'm going to paste our link tree. We are going to find all our social networks. Very important that if you just join on Discord, you have to do like a very little verification process that is very important. So all the Discord members that we have are verified, they're not bots. And for last, I'm going to show you a short video, more or less 2.5 minutes, that is of one of our last closing reports that is regarding the community, okay? So I'm going just to try to share sound. Let's see, share sound, okay. And I'm going to do play. Innovatio is a community of entrepreneurs, developers, and early adopters of digital technologies that has helped tens of entrepreneurs with their proposals and connected hundreds of members through our Discord community. In Found 8, we have presented this proposal called Innovatio's Digital User Onboarding, in which we seek to improve our communication in social networks and produce different content of value for new members that approach the ecosystem. This is a proposal for the new member onboarding. As a first step, we began to address issues of general interest, not only for Catalyst or Cardano, but being able to expand our scope of communication to users outside the ecosystem and not necessarily with knowledge of blockchain. In this way, we have achieved a good impact in several twists, ephemeris posts on LinkedIn, retweets, and re-awareness of large organizations. We have also made a general infographic of Cardano community ecosystem. For this, Juan Pablo, one of our community leaders, has reached the communities, made sure that they are active, checking all the social networks and the social platforms. Furthermore, we have launched a new initiative called Innovation Newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter that contains all the relevant information from Cardano and Catalyst. Soon, we will be embarking on the Avalanche and Polkadot ecosystem, with our proposal founded in this F9 Innovation cross-chain collaboration. We will continue to encourage the generation and exchange of business value among our members, In addition, we will continue to expand the Innovation newsletter to offer more coverage and enrichment. Thank you all for being part of our community and encouraging the creation of daily value through networking. If you are not yet part of Innovation Community, join our social networks and let's create together. Thanks to all of you. Well, that's it. That was the video. That was the presentation. I hope you like it. So if there's any questions, just go ahead.
Thank you, Juan. We're going to move on. Are you able to stay around for the breakout room?
I'm able to stay.
So in a little bit, in about 10 minutes or so, we'll go into breakout rooms and maybe there's, an opening for discussions. Are you also doing the breakout room this week at Town Hall?
This week, no, because we have 2 new people that are coming to Innovation. So we have to stay a little bit time with them with some training.
Perfect. Okay, so maybe a breakout room afterwards.
Yes.
I think next.
Yeah, if you're willing to stick around, I would love to ask about the like that social media monitoring, and then working more with the impact lead generation here, because that sounds like there's a lot of synergy and collaborative good things that can happen. So thank you so much for presenting. It takes a while for me to get things to like, oh right, and see the vision come together. So this is really wonderful.
Innovatio's had the slide up every single week at Town Hall, and it's like, who are these guys? Who are these guys? And then a few weeks ago, I joined the breakout room, and it's like, oh my goodness, why aren't we already connected? And it's the usual thing across our ecosystem. We have all these little pieces of the puzzle, and we're quite scattered. So Juan, thank you so much, and a beautiful soul. Happy to be working with you.
Oh, Rido, go ahead.
Yeah. I wanted to say as well, it's awesome that you came here, from Innovatio, because like what I see, because I've been in all of the communities, I see that communities are like they do only about themselves, like they have their own community and they work on. So, but the whole community, I think, should become more closer, and I think this collaboration maybe perhaps could like help this community actually to grow, not just a small community like C4C, but I mean like more like to see what projects are they doing. Maybe we could like exchange ideas and come like more closer. I think that that's why I really like this as well, the idea to share like other communities. Yeah, awesome.
That's lovely. Okay, I think let's move along. So one of the things that we do at our C4C GTBBL Dework experiment is rewarding attendance and participation here at our meetups. One thing that you can do is go to Dework and get a there. I will find and post the link to the Dework task where you can get some Gimbal tokens.
I'll drop it in for you, Newman.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's now talk about breakout rooms. These are some suggested breakout rooms.
Sorry, Newman, before we go into that, is Irene still here?
Irene?
Yeah, Irene's still here. If we could she just came a little bit late when it came to the summit. So be kind of nice to hear from her before we go into the breakout rooms, if that's
sure.
Okay.
And Irene, thank you so much for being here. Yes. Would you be willing to sort of give a little bit of insight into the Cardano Summit, the local summit there in your hometown of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania?
Okay. Yes, please. I've tried to organize. Until now, I get the guests from different level. I get the guests from national government, local government and other government institutions. We have planned like the first day of Cardano, we'll do out here in Dar es Salaam town. And those 2 days we'll do at the Bagamoyo where we are running different projects. From there, we're gonna have different experts from different projects where they're going to present what they're doing, and us, even the expert of blockchain and other expertise, and us, we're going to explain about what is Cardano, what's the Cardano doing, and the community of the Cardano ecosystem. And from there, we'll try to see how to connect those projects to the use of the Cardano blockchain in order to speed up the ecosystem of Cardano. So, but the main challenge I got is to get the invoice here in Tanzania. There are some things which are different to get the invoice, but I'm still trying, though tomorrow is the deadline. Yes.
Oh, okay. Would you be willing to sort of to join the breakout room about the Cardano Summit? Maybe we can talk about those things in depth with the rest of the folks here.
Okay, sure.
You don't have to though, Irene. I know that you just wanted to pop in for a short period of time, but don't feel like you have to. If you feel like you want to stay, you're welcome to. The other thing, I think, Newman, we have dropped in the Telegram chat for impact at the Cardano Summit, right?
Yes, yes.
And Irene, I believe you're there if anybody wants to connect with you, if you happen to disappear at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Connections are important.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to turn off the recording, and we can just have a sort of a conversation and let the breakout rooms develop. We'll say goodbye to YouTube here.
Oh, why are you shutting it off?
Oh, just so that we can talk without the recording on.